It's time. Well, hello there, Parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. Let's Talk Paranormal Live. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
That's right, live at 5. Ready to roll. Maybe. I think we are. I'm muted over here. You muted over there?
Yeah, I'm muted over here.
Well, we haven't been here for a couple weeks.
Oh, that's right. We were away last week.
Yeah, so I was just hurrying and scurrying and making sure everything was working. That's why you had to fix the tripod.
That's right.
Forgot we weren't in the studio last week.
That's true. We were away at Hotel Conneaut.
That's right. Last week we were on location, so to speak.
That's right.
And then the week before that, the show, we were talking about Bigfoot, and I got my Bigfoot shirt on this show. So that's how things work over here at Panic D Videos. We're really organized. However, today's show is supported by
Crash Palace, 12 Night Horror, and John F. Leonard.
As well as BUB Unique.
BUB Unique.
BUB Unique. Now,
Yes.
How can you become a show supporter?
You can do that by two different methods. You can either like us on Twitter and follow us, retweet us, all that kind of stuff as often as you can, and be in the top 3 for the week of who does that, or you can be a Patreon supporter of $5 a month or more.
There you go. There you have it. All right, so we got flip this over there. There we go. Look at that. Hey, it's like we never left.
He has serious issues. I'm sorry, folks.
I apologize. I actually just woke up not too long ago.
He did. I kept waking him up, telling him what time it was. And finally, he decided it was like crunch time.
I fell asleep sitting up on the couch with my hands on the keyboard.
He did.
It happens.
It does.
All right, let's see how we're going. Everyone see us okay? Hear us okay? Because we had to hurry up and set things back up. Let me check the stream. Make sure we're good. I can mute that there. Hey, we got great health up there.
That's good.
We are not dropping packets.
Yay.
Everything is looking wonderful. All right, so I can move this over. There we go. All right, so in today's stream, we're going to be talking about the Warrens. Mm-hmm. We put out a video yesterday because unfortunately the night before last, Lorraine Warren passed away. And we they were kind of like our heroes because it's kind of like they started doing what we kind of do, traveling around, but they were way...
And they were a husband and wife team.
They were a husband and wife team.
Just like us.
Yeah, they did it together and, that kind of thing. But today's show, this is our 50th show.
It is.
And it's Easter weekend. Today's Holy Saturday for those who celebrate Easter. And we had all kinds of things planned for the show today, and then that happened. So we kind of scrapped that idea, and we're dedicating the show to both Ed and Lorraine because they're not with us anymore.
Yes, both of them are
so
now
we're going to talk about them a little bit. If you haven't been to our shows before, we kind of get some of the house cleaning for our channel out of the way first, and then we go over the topic. So
the house cleaning.
The house cleaning.
You mean people do that?
You want to tell them who we are?
No.
Of course you don't.
I'm going to say hi to them in the chat. You say who we are.
All right, you talk to them in the chat, and I'll say who we are. Sean and Mary and Donna, like we said at the beginning of the show, we are owners of PanicD.com, DarkShadowGhostTours.com, and a couple other sites that we're going to be talking about today. But PanicD.com is a database of over 800 locations across the United States that have paranormal claims. And in that database, we document the history, ghost stories, folklore, paranormal claims, any evidence out there, all that other stuff. In November of 2017, we started a series called Our Haunted Travels because we've been to over 200 of those locations out of that database. that's what our channel is about. The paranormal history is about those locations that we visited. Now, every once in a while, we'll drop a video. They're called interactive chilling travels. We haven't been to those places yet.
Well, some of them.
But they're on the bucket list. Well, I haven't got to the ones we've been to yet. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just all over the place. However, the channel is related to paranormal and history and forensics.
Correct. That was longer than usual.
I'm out of practice. A little bit out of practice. I'll get back into it.
Yes, you will.
All right. We have 10 here joining us. Do you want to do a roll call?
I can do that.
Go right ahead.
All right. We have 3D Medic Vince. We have Exploring Ginger, Monica Fair, Ron A, Shadow Punk 80, Tales of Solstice, Timberhill Redbones, Video Content Marketing, and of course, Annette Reagan. And she said even John was going to be able to hang out with her tonight.
Ooh. So video content marketing is Michael.
Yes.
Michael Farrow Jr. So we got Monica Farrow and Michael Farrow.
They are both here. Yep.
Awesome. All right. So we got 12 watching now. Let's see if we could double it up. What do you guys think? It's time to double up. Boris, could you help us out? All right. She don't get the reference. That's okay. Alrighty. Did the roll call, shared it out, told them who we are. What's next?
Time to wakey, because you are slow tonight.
Man, is it warm in here. Woo! You get me in this little cubicle. Get all these monitors going. It's like baking a ham. All right, so
Teresa Gregory is here now as well, and she says that she is listening in the background as she's making some deviled eggs from the eggs she colored. I made some egg salad today from some eggs that I colored.
We had egg salad for lunch.
We did.
Lots and lots and lots of egg salad. Enough to put me to sleep. So do you want to talk about this past week a little bit? Well, this past weekend.
This past weekend?
Hotel Connecticut.
Our
schedule is so
it is very messed up right now. We were supposed to do a 1 week show, and then you decided I'm going to do a 2 week show, and then we scrapped some of this week's and we put in some other stuff. So we're gonna. I just don't even know.
I know it's so messed up.
Yeah.
But we'll get. I think we're probably gonna have 5 videos next week just to get caught up, most likely. But last weekend we were at Hotel Connecticut. We did the live stream from there, and we did the paranormal conference. Friday night, did the ghost hunt. Did a little bit of investigation starting in the fireplace room because we weren't able to do that last year.
Correct.
And then I went out into the creepy haunted amusement park.
You did.
So I got that video to finish and come out. And then Saturday we did the show all day. You came up later, but you stopped at the Clarence Darrow house, so that's videos coming out. What else? Then that night we did the ghost hunt, so we got another video for that I got to put together. Then Sunday, we don't have a video for our talk, right? I don't think I recorded that. We did that last year. Yeah.
We did.
So we got a bunch of videos that didn't come out yet because of what happened Thursday, unfortunately, with Lorraine passing away, and I scurried and put out that video, the dedication video. So if you haven't saw that, that is seen. If you have not seen that, that is out on our channel right now as our last edited video. Mm-hmm. So I have, how many is that? 1, 2, we Boris got to do the ghost stories and folklore about Hotel Conneaut. And then we have to do a paranormal profile about Hotel Conneaut. That was supposed to be next week. So I don't know what we're going to do. We got all kinds of videos. I got to get caught up.
Folks, that's just going to be a few videos coming out next week. Just kind of plan on one a day at least.
Yeah. One a day. Not more than one a day. One a day.
It'll be like taking your vitamins, getting your paranormal fix. One a day next week.
So Irish Risky says he's investigating a sanitarium tonight.
That's
Got
awesome.
to catch that. We'll hit the thumbs up on the way out. All right. Well, hey, yeah, you definitely have to have that nap before a investigation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know how we got through last weekend. I did have a nap.
Yes, you did. You took a little nap.
But we didn't get much sleep.
No. No. I slept for 3 hours last week.
3 hours last weekend.
Last weekend. Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
But that's the life of a ghost hunter. Pretty much.
All right. What's next on the agenda then?
I think it's time for Mary Ann to do her thing.
Oh, okay.
And I have a little bumper. Boris, could you help us again? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to corral your children and pets because it is time for Mary Ann's eBay update. Yeah, we argued about that too. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But anyways, this week I have my original edition of True Magazine. It is the December of 1963 issue. And inside of this issue, it happens to have new evidence in the Limburg case. So this was when they had some new evidence and they brought that to light, talking about some new potential individuals who are maybe part of the case.
What's the date on that?
December 1963.
Did you already say that?
I did.
I ignored you?
Yes, I did. Yes, you did. But it's okay. But I had been looking for this for a while. And
you're touching it with your hands.
Yes. The only thing that I could find was just saying that this article existed. It was used as a reference in somebody else's book and in a video that I showed my students at school. And I'm like, oh, I have to have this. And so I ended up finding it actually on eBay.
Shocker.
Who knew? So I did get this on eBay, and so it's my edition of True Magazine.
Is this the one that you were trying to work with the school librarian?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually worked with the school librarian for it because I called him up and I'm like, look, I've been Googling this article like forever and I can't seem to find it. Can you use some of your library skills, those librarian skills to help me out? And he's like, oh, sure, I'll do that. And so he did. He called me back like a half hour later. He said, I've tracked down a school that has it. You'll have to go to a local library since we don't have that with our school. You'll have to do a request of transfer, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, oh, that sounds great. You got way further than I have. And then he calls me back like an hour later and he says, hey, I just found it on eBay. And I'm like, hey, send me the link. And voila, I now have my copy of True Magazine, December 1963. The Limburg New Evidence.
Okay. We could put it away now.
Thanks. See, everybody around here loves my things, dear.
All right. So let's see what we got going on in chat because I can't see.
All right, so Awesome Epic Adventures is here. It says that they are a huge fan of Ed and Lorraine, researched a lot of their investigations, so they're very excited that that's what we'll be talking about this evening. Video Content Marketing says Limburger, the whole case smells funny. It's the Limburg, not Limburger cheese. Sometimes I really worry about Michael.
That's okay.
Yeah. Not Limburger cheese, but yeah. And that's pretty much it. Irish whiskey is here, but we knew that. You said that already, that he was going to be investigating, so yeah.
Alrighty.
We are caught up again.
We are caught up.
Yes. We have one more thing today, though.
We do. We have an unboxing.
We do.
And this is from?
This is from Big Island Bear.
Which, a.k.a.
Polyvlogger.
Polyblogs.
Yes.
I think he's Big Island Bear now.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't in chat, was he?
No, he
Nope.
was not.
Okay. I'll have to send him a tweet
Yes.
later. Use a scissors so you don't cut yourself, because that would hurt. It's not, wait a minute. It's not ticking. Good to open.
Well, I hope it's not ticking. It arrived a couple days ago.
Yeah. It'd be too late now.
Let's see what's in the package. It's candy!
Ooh, macadamia. Is it macadamia?
Hawaiian Sun chocolate covered macadamia nuts. Made in Hawaii.
Those won't last long.
No, they definitely won't. Thank you!
Maybe I should put those over here.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to keep them over here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's awesome.
I'll probably get one.
Maybe. I might share.
She might share.
I might share. No, these will be delicious. And just in time for Easter. It's like the Easter bunny came, but it's Easter Polly.
Easter Polly. All right. I'll have to thank Easter Polly later.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We owe Polly a shirt.
We do. We owe Polly a book too, I think.
And a book. And
But
we're out of
now,
books.
but see, now this particular package came with an address I can read. Last time he sent the package, it was kind of like, I don't know what that says. This one I can read it, so I got the perfect address this time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Bottle Caps is in the house. He says, boo.
Boo back. All right.
So let's see if this will work.
And Timber Hill Redbone says no pup in the package, so I'm glad that there's no puppy in the package, because that would be sad to let him sit for days
What's
in the package.
Timber Hill Red Boone Coonhounds?
I know.
So they would send us
I know who they are. Just saying. And no bottle caps. They're not chocolate chip cookies, but maybe if you're a good little boy, the Easter Bunny will bring you some tonight.
Don't say that to him, because then he's going to want you to make them. All right, can you talk to the chat for a minute while I try something here? Sure you can.
Of course I can. So hopefully everybody is going to have some kind words this evening as we go through some of Ed and Lorraine's cases. And Bottle Caps is not being good. Bottle Caps is not getting chocolate chip cookies from the Easter Bunny tonight. That's for sure.
What did he do?
He put a gun to the bunny's head.
Gun to the bunny's head?
Yeah, that's not good. That's bad, Bottle Caps. Bad Bottle Cap. All right.
All right. So would you like to tell everyone who Ed and Lorraine was in case they don't know who they were?
Yeah, actually, I met some people the last couple of days who didn't know who Ed and Lorraine Warren were. When I was, saddened by her passing. They're like, who? But they're basically some of the early founding people in the paranormal. I'm sure there were lots before them. Obviously, there were way back as far as Houdini's time and so forth. But this was a couple that pretty much, they were self-taught. Lorraine was a clairvoyant. Ed was a demonologist. They were called in by the Catholic Church for many an investigation. They did over 10,000 cases, if I'm not mistaken, in their career. And they worked as a team and wrote many a book. And
books, lectures, interviews.
yeah. They were just
all kinds of stuff.
Very sweet couple that.
Now, you guys
try
have
to help
probably
people.
heard of these movies: Annabelle, Amityville Horror, the Conjuring series. All those. Those are based. And this is a
Loosely
tangent
based.
I want to go off
Yes,
on
loosely based.
because I've seen a lot of negative stuff about the Warrens. That's okay. It's a free country. You can have negative things. However, read. You know, before you go off on a tangent about calling people names and stuff. Those movies are loosely based off the cases of the Warrens.
Right.
Okay? It's not exact, verbatim.
Right. They're movies.
Those movies are made to sell tickets.
Right.
So there's a lot of people that put out stuff and people that we know to say, oh, they're liars and all this other stuff like that. It's not exactly what the case was about.
Right. True.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Read.
Yeah.
Sorry, tangent over. But anyways, you know, this is what they did for a career too. You know, they had books out there. They went to colleges, did lectures, and like you said, they did it so much and got into it so much. They were actually called into the Amityville investigation by the Catholic Church. So that kind of tells you a little bit about their knowledge about the subject and credibility. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's all I got to say about that. I saw some stuff a little bit ago and it was kind of making me a little bit upset, but I had a nap. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, whether you agreed with their findings, whether you disagreed with their findings, whether you whatever your opinion is on them, they were big in the field.
Yes.
Very well known in the field, and pretty much what everybody strived to be as good as or better than. Mm-hmm. So, whether you liked them or not, they were top notch in the field.
The part that we connect with was that they worked together as a husband and wife team. Mm-hmm. You know, and they went out to these locations. If one went, the other one went. Very rarely did they go separately. And it makes sense because with her being sensitive, I'm sure Ed used her on the investigations.
Oh, absolutely.
Which would be tremendous help. Mm-hmm. I mean, Bill wasn't here, right? PSPR?
No.
They have a medium on their team, which is extremely helpful for them, mm-hmm. Because that kind of directs where you're going, you know, as far as that investigation goes. So, yeah. All right, so some of the cases that they did, you had a different webpage. You want to go by yours or go by this one?
You can do whatever you like, dear.
All right. Is this the first time you heard of the Warrens? Anybody in chat? Laura Gramont is here. Sorry, just woke up. That's okay. I did too.
Yeah, he did. Literally.
Bottle Caps is just here for Marianne's chocolate chip cookies.
And I did
Happy Trails Hiking's here. You can say hi.
I did say hi.
Did you?
Oh, I didn't. I said hi in the chat. You were talking, so I said hi in the chat. I didn't say hello verbally.
Awesome epic adventures. Best movies ever, but the real stories are better. True.
And most of the time you find that that's the case with movies anyway.
Yeah.
The movies are just never as good as the real story and or the books that are written up. So, let's see. Country Girl Paranormal says hello to everyone as well. Shadow Punk 80 said they knew little about them. Awesome. Epic Adventures know all about them. And Happy Trail said the first time they heard about them was from us. So, Branscombe Farm, hello. How are you doing? And the Paranormal Circle says hello to everyone as well.
Hello. I'm actually making these slides while you're talking.
You're making a slide?
I'm making them as you talk.
All right. Nice. So I had plans. I had plans to try to get Lorraine to be on one of our shows.
Well, that's your show. That's not my show. Or on this show.
I said
that would have been
one
epic.
of our shows. I have a paranormal show that I do with another woman, and it's all about paranormal women. And so I was trying to get her.
You could say the name of the show. We could promote it. Paradivas. Paradivas. Paradivas.
And
it's a once a month podcast.
Yes, it is. And actually, I was trying to get the person who's actually, I'm the co-host. I was trying to get the host to get Lorraine on the show, but that wasn't working out. And I was trying to. I said to Sean actually about 2.5 weeks ago. I said, if we can't get her on our show, maybe we should get her on our show. And we talked about how we needed to do that soon. And unfortunately, it wasn't fast enough.
Yeah. And our trip for the summer, we're kind of kicking around ideas and things like that. We were going to head up towards New England and to the Occult Museum, and
hopefully it would be back opened up again. Yeah. She had some trouble, like many of the paranormal locations do, with some zoning type of issues, and they were closed up for a while. I don't know what will happen now.
I do. And actually, that was a question on the video that we put out, which I haven't had a chance to go over to comment yet, because it's been busy around here. It's actually going to their son-in-law. Their son-in-law is going to be running the Occult Museum, which they had a daughter. And I don't know her daughter's name off the top of my head, but
I thought it was Judith.
The son-in-law is actually running it. He has been running it for some time now. So, is it Judith?
I thought it was Judith.
Yeah.
So he is officially
Rebel
said
Rocker,
that he
happy
will do that.
Easter to you too. Yes, that was on the thing that he was taking it over. Because I thought if something happened to her, it would go to John Zaffis, which is their nephew. But have you guys heard of John Zaffis, the haunted collector? That is actually the Ed Warren's nephew, and that's how he got into it. I can't show this because these stupid ads keep popping up here.
Don't you just love ads?
So you guys have heard about Annabelle. I assume there's a movie out called Annabelle with a real scary, creepy doll.
Which looks nothing like the real one.
Which looks nothing like the real one.
The real one looks like my toy from when I was a kid.
Yeah, this is actually the real Annabelle.
And actually, we did a video of me saying goodbye to my real one from my childhood last summer.
Yeah. So the real Annabelle is actually a Raggedy Ann doll. And then this is one of those things, controversy that's out there that kind of got me upset, was they said that the origination or the origin of Annabelle only really came from the Warrens. But I will tell you this. We've worked on personal cases too. Residential. We call them residential cases. And we keep that anonymous. We don't tell people who they were, and I don't put them in the database either. So, again, playing devil's advocate, so to speak, for the Warrens, of course they're not going to say where that originated from. They keep that, what's the word? I can't say it. Anonymity.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Keep the anonymity for the individuals.
That, you know what? Okay, so Tales of Solstice says, I wish they would have used one like the real doll. You know what? I agree with you.
Me too.
Wouldn't that have been creepier? That would scare children. Nobody would buy Raggedy Ann ever again. If that was the real doll if that was the doll
that was a real doll, but if it was in the movie...
if that's the doll that you...
Yeah. Well, we had talked about that too. We were kind of discussing whether or not maybe it was that they couldn't get the rights to use Raggedy Ann.
That's a possibility. That's a possibility. And then they made the one that's actually Annabelle.
Yeah.
So let me find Annabelle, because I don't care about copyright on this channel.
Oh my gosh! Yes, you do. Bottlecast says, I bet Sean ate the cookies, then had a nap. I actually didn't make any cookies.
No, we had, what did we have today? We had something that
we
I
had
ate before
egg salad.
No,
the cinnamon rolls.
I had my veggie cinnamon rolls. Is Happy Trail still here? Vegetable cinnamon rolls today. No, I have my veggies for lunch. Let's see. So, okay, so I showed you the real Annabelle.
Right.
Here, we'll flip back. That's the real Annabelle. And then that's the one that was in the movie. Okay. I don't know. What do you think's creepier? That one or that one in the movie coming at you?
The one they
I think
used.
that one would be creepier.
I think the one they used in the movie is creepier. I don't think Raggedy Ann, it looks that scary. So to, I think they made the right choice for the movie.
I don't know. You want to tell them about the true Annabelle case?
The true Annabelle case, where does your information there start? 1970, the Raggedy Ann doll was purchased in an antique store for her daughter. The doll was tossed on the bed, not given a second thought. Apparently, the child was not all that interested in poor Raggedy Ann. And then it started to make itself more comfortable. It changed positions, set itself up, and got itself all nice and cozy and things like that. They chose not to let superstitions cloud their logic, and they attributed it to the bed being nudged and things like that. However, the doll was starting to leave behind notes, though, just like in the movie. I believe in the movie,
I think in the movie it said "miss me."
Yes,
but in real life it said
"help me" and
me.
"help Lou."
Help me and help Lou.
Yes, yeah. And then they would return sometimes to find the doll covered in blood, and so they called in an expert. And the name Annabelle was the name of a 7-year-old girl who was supposedly murdered years before and left to rot in a field. And during a seance with a medium, not the Warrens, Annabelle told them that she felt comfortable with them and wanted to stay and be loved. The mother and daughter agreed to let the daughter stay with them as part of the family, but that was not really a 7-year-old little girl in there. It was actually a demon that had some issues. And so the Warrens end up being called in to investigate, and they decided that the doll was possessed, and it now resides at their home, or at their former home, in their occult museum in Connecticut.
Okay.
In the movie, it was 2 nurses who had the doll and let it come and play with them, and it kept on writing notes, "miss me." So it's a little bit different, again, from real life, but isn't that the way it's supposed to be in a movie, right?
Yes. Okay. So Michael says vegetable cinnamon rolls sound horrible. Vegetable cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
That's an inside joke. They weren't vegetables.
Yeah, they weren't really vegetables. They were true, honest to goodness cinnamon rolls, and had no vegetable to it at all.
Shadowpunk80 says, I visited Annabelle at Zach's Museum, which is another place I'd love to go, and she's very active, and it was a weird experience to see the doll and experience it. That's actually kind of cool if they brought it to... So they brought it to Vegas?
If I'm not mistaken, they did allow it to go out for a short time. But
with
then,
Annabelle?
Yeah. But as far as I know, it was only a visit.
Let me drive.
She actually is back at the Warrens' home, for all I understand. Yeah. And Rebel Rocker says, no, Zach doesn't have the real one. The Warrens did. And also forgot that John Zaffis was related to them. So, yeah. Lady Vamp is here. Hello, Lady Vamp. All right.
Listening but on the phone. These on the phone. Hello, hello. And you said that, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, so the next case
is actually probably the one that most people know about besides Annabelle.
Yeah, because Conjuring #1 is about that.
Right. It's this story of the Perron family, and they are the case that the first Conjuring movie was basically about. And coming up this month, actually, on Paradivas were supposed to be actually having Andrea Perron on the show. So I'm interested in...
now, which one was Andrea?
She's the oldest daughter.
Okay.
Yes, she's the oldest daughter of the Perrons. And she definitely had some issues with the movie.
This is a little blurry, but...
Yeah. Andrea had some issues with the movie because she said that was not what really happened in their home.
Well, does she have issues with the movie itself?
She had issues with the movie, and they also did ask the Warrens to leave. Apparently, things got super heated between the living and the dead, and it was a little too much for them, and they said they wanted it to go back to the way it kind of was before. And so from what I understand, that was what happened, and so they didn't quite it's not that they didn't like the Warrens so much as it's the Warrens being there made everything like escalate big time, and it was just more than they had wanted.
Zombified, I don't know why that timed you out, but...
I think it was because
hello
there's
again.
spaces.
There, you got 3. Woohoo!
I think it's because probably the spaces that are between it is probably what did it. Lady Vamp, the Warrens helped me come out of my shell from being open about the paranormal and helped so many to open up. Absolutely. Yeah. That was one of the things that they did. I know that Lorraine even did that even into her later years, even after Ed died.
Helped a lot of
especially people. Younger people who had,
we come close to meeting her. Well, kind of like somewhat, maybe not.
What?
We've been in a Farnsworth house several times,
yes.
and Lorraine has been there.
Yes.
She was the one that actually told them not to go into the back hallway because she sensed something back there to kind of leave that sealed off and nobody go back in.
Yes, and from what I understand, she's also the one who put the cross on the door down.
Sealed that off.
So if you go into the Farnsworth house, into the basement of the Farnsworth house, usually you can get there on a tour, and some tour guides will tell you, some won't, but there's a cross on the one door, and the Warrens actually did put that cross there. What's that?
Now he's timed down, I can't untime him.
It just says it's held for review.
Oh, there it went through.
What's what? Live stream offline. Oh, it's back.
Are we back?
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah.
Let me check things. We're good over here. I don't know what happened. Oh, going again.
Yeah. Don't know what's going up with that.
Are we freezing up, guys?
That seems to be back again.
Yeah, let me bring this other screen up so I can see what's going on over here.
Okay.
Not that I can do anything, but...
Yeah, I don't know what you think you're going to be doing.
Video
output is low, is what it says.
Oh, ooh, we did drop a packet. Alright, let me stop this.
Monica says it looks good now.
Are you downstairs?
I am upstairs.
Go downstairs.
Downstairs? What do you want me to
On your Wi-Fi.
I'm on my Wi-Fi.
Downstairs?
Downstairs.
Okay.
This is downstairs. You want me to go to YouTube on that one? Or not?
Yeah, I want to get off of the upstairs internet. Hold on just a second, folks. We're fixing our internet here so we got more bandwidth.
Okay. Let's see here.
Teresa says we are on. It is fine now. Looks good now. Okay.
Yeah, I won't be able to be a moderator if you do that because my other stream for downstairs is on a different me. It's on the one downstairs is on Panic D. I don't have nor desire to change that.
Okay, go back up there because I don't know what you're talking about.
This one is me.
Yeah, you want to change here, not your browser.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go. No, that's upstairs. You were downstairs. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
All right, you're good. Don't worry about it.
All right.
It's not your browser, it's that. It's your Wi-Fi connection.
All right.
Okay, so hey, back to the list.
So, anyways, we were talking about the
What were we
Perron
talking
family.
Yes, the Perron family.
And the Warrens visiting their home. So
Just a little freeze, no big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyhow, for that one, Roger and Carolyn Perron had some children. I believe it was 5 kids, and they moved
5
to
girls,
Rhode
I
Island.
think.
Yeah,
5
all
girls.
girls. Yes. In fact,
lot of drama.
the oldest daughter, Andrea, has written a book called House of Darkness, and there are 5 of them.
House of Darkness,
Andrea,
House of Light.
Andrea, Nancy, Christine, Cynthia, and April were the girls. Anyways, they lived in this home in Rhode Island, and it turned out there were actually 200 acres of land that they lived on with that farmhouse and everything. And they had a lot, they lived there for over 10 years. They had a lot of activity throughout the entire time. But there were some things that were not quite as nice. And so they did end up calling in Ed and Lorraine to check things out. But again, as I mentioned, things got ramped up a little bit too much when they got there. And there was, some issues that ensued. And so Andrea is now coming out saying what her story of the whole 10 years that they lived there is. So I will find out more of her side of the things.
Yeah, that would be an interesting interview.
Coming up.
Yeah.
So it'll be within the next couple weeks. I'm going to do that, and it'll be the interview that comes out first Thursday in May.
PSPR is here. He's listening while he's driving, but he's typing in chat.
Well, hello there.
All right, so
anyhow,
we forgot something. Do you have the page up with our links?
I do.
Okay. We started a email list. If you could drop that link. We had, when we started the Parapeeps back before we hit 1,000, we were collecting everyone's email in Gmail. And I sent out an email earlier today telling everyone that we were moving over to the email list. So if you would like to be on that list, once a week we're going to send out an email. And the first edition already went out, so you missed it. Sorry. I put it on Twitter and our Facebook group. Our Facebook group, by the way, is still on the rise. I think we just broke 600 in the Facebook group. If you want to drop the link to that is the Parapeeps Facebook group. If you are a creator and you follow our channel. Now, we say Parapeeps. Parapeeps are the people who subscribe to us. You can actually drop your videos. We do a daily thread in there, and you can drop links to your videos. And,
I don't think I have that anymore.
Yeah, Facebook group right there. So you're more than welcome to do that. Because most of the people in that group are viewers.
All right.
Yes. I forgot about those 2 things. I'm going to have to make another list.
T-Zombified, you're so sweet. Says, you guys are so informative. Whenever I want to feel smart, I just watch one of your videos.
Oh, jeez.
So,
what am I looking at?
I thought we didn't really tell him anything about the case.
Go ahead.
But
Perron case. Go ahead.
I thought you just kind of interrupted me.
You were
with this.
reading over there.
Yeah. D-Zombified wants to know if we have merch.
We have merch, but we don't sell it yet.
We've
let me tell you a little bit about the merch.
We've pretty much just given it away so far.
Yeah, let me tell you about the merch. Reaching the 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, we did a ton of giveaways. Actually, each week we did a giveaway on this show, building up and getting people to come. And over the winter, we actually make our own T-shirts. Over the winter, we don't make our T-shirts because that's out in the garage. It needs moved down into the basement so we could do it over the winter. But we do have travel boruses and we have books.
I just put the link to our coloring book.
Yeah, our coloring book is on Amazon. Our first volume of our Haunted Travels is on Amazon. The t-shirts and travel bores, and what else you got? You got towels, you got blankets, that kind of stuff. We need to set up a store so that we can ship them out, and it's not like a Teespring type thing where they make them, if that makes sense. So that's why we don't have a store, a merch store yet. It's going to probably be on our Haunted Travels webpage at some point, but not there yet. So, as we build up that email list with all the parapeeps, and it gets warmer out, we may start giving away, people who subscribe to that, t-shirts and stuff. Okay. And then when we do our booths, we go out and do our booths, we take our merch with us. So, like, do we have travel boruses left? We sold a bunch of them.
Yeah, we have travel boruses.
We're out of books. We actually have to buy ourselves more books to have. We sold out of books.
Yes.
Did we sell that last coloring book? I don't remember.
No, we have one coloring book.
We have one coloring book left out of all the books we had. Over 100 of them. Yeah. So we got to buy more books. But there, that's long and short of our merch.
Long answer there, D-Zombified.
It's not a stupid question. We don't have a merch store because
we've just been giving it away so far.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All right. So,
Perron family. Back to the list.
Back to the Perron family and the Warren investigation. As it turns out, it was they had a 200-acre plot of land with a farmhouse that was built in the 1700s and things like that on it. And so that's where they were living, and they lived there for over a decade. It wasn't quite like in the movie where it was like, within the first few days, weeks, they started to, say, oh my gosh, we have problems. But at first, the spirits that they had were pretty much, very harmless. It was called the Old Arnold Estate. And basically, they would play with the kids. They'd help do chores. Like the spirits. I want one of those spirits that'll do chores.
Yeah.
But
I want about 20 of them.
Yeah. But they basically, made their presence. They made their presence known, and they were pretty nice and helpful. However, there were also some not so nice spirits that were kind of there as well. And they would bang doors and make furniture levitate and assault members of the family, especially the mom. Pretty much
kind of like the movie,
problematic, and so eventually not the same as the movie. Yeah,
the movie's based on that,
right?
But
yeah. So one of the spirits that they had was one that they mentioned in the movie, Bathsheba, which was a witch back in the day, and she hanged herself on the property, like in the movie. But one night the mom supposedly actually woke up sitting on her, and the witch was sitting on her bed, and she said, "Get out, I'll drive you out with death and gloom." So they eventually did have the Warrens come in and try to deal with that, but it just got worse when the Warrens got there, so they did supposedly ask them.
But I think one thing that she said is, or you were telling me, that they actually didn't stay at the house.
Right.
Yeah,
the Warrens didn't stay there for like a month or anything like in the video. In the movie, it kind of shows that they were like basically living there, and that was not the case. They were only there for a few days, and it wasn't, like full on living there. So, anyways, that's one of their really big, well-known cases, and it's mainly the most well-known because of the movie. Although people who were in the paranormal field kind of knew of it beforehand as well.
Another case, and we don't have to talk about, because I think everyone knows about Amityville.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty sure. So we don't have to talk about that.
Even non-paranormal people pretty much know the Amityville horror story and things like that. So.
But I do want to point out that they were called into Amityville by the church.
Right.
The
so
church
that
called them in to investigate.
That meant that they had already had some data, and they were already looking at them. Of course, Timey doesn't know what Amityville is. She says,
"Really?
What is it?" Timey doesn't like any of that scary
Here,
stuff.
I'll
So
show
it
you a
kind of
picture
makes
because
sense.
I do want to say something about the Amityville house.
All right. Yeah, it makes sense, though, that Timey doesn't, because she doesn't like that creepy stuff. We scare her most days.
I want to show you a picture. And it has been my opinion that every time you see a picture that has these... watch this picture. This won't work. Let's see.
Yeah, I agree. I made sure when we bought our house that ours did not have this.
There we go. So this is the Amityville house. I'm sure, Timey, you may have seen that.
Oh, Timey
she
says,
said she's
I'm
kidding.
kidding. I went to the house. You went to the house, Timey?
Oh, she went to the house. Okay. I don't think that house now has those windows like that.
No, it does not.
They've modified the house.
they
They've changed the address, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, when you see a house with them windows like that, run.
I know. It's
Because
like
they just look like eyeballs anyways.
Yeah, and they
Right?
always seem to have problems in houses like that. People get murdered
Yes,
there
and
and
going
everything
through
all
our
the time.
database and looking at things and different places, if they have those windows, it's pretty much there's something there. It's just...
So she said she went outside. She passed by. She didn't actually go into the house. All right. Tales of Solstice said the current owners changed the iconic windows of the house because they got tired of people trying to investigate it.
Yeah, they've changed the address.
They changed
They've
the
changed
address,
all
too.
kinds of stuff. Yeah. Try to keep people like us coming by, knocking on the door. Can we just come in for a minute? Don't mind these digital recorders. Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I mean, even not it doesn't have to do with the Warrens. They weren't involved in it, but the the case that I'm talking about, right? The one that I'm beating myself for.
Oh, I don't know why you're beating yourself.
The actress, she and the Folgers girl and Sharon Tate, her house. They actually tore that house down and built a new one.
Yeah.
And they changed the address to that as well. So, Cielo Drive is the, where that's at in California. But a lot of those houses that become famous like that, I don't know. I was just like, I need to know. But anyways, a lot of those houses that become famous like that, they new people come in. They're like, okay, now what do we do? Lizzie Borden's house is a different address.
Yeah, it is.
So. Budget Bushcraft. I bought a fly from there. They assured me it was really from the house. Okay, how much do you want for that budget?
All right, we just got that burp again.
You did?
Yeah, it dropped out again. Did it freeze up over there?
Oh, it just did now. Okay.
There, we're back.
Colorado Martini is here and says hello as well. So nice to see you. And so Budget Bushcraft has a fly from there. I'm budget.
Are we starting an auction?
Budgie.
I think he's joking. He's probably joking.
If he'll probably just bottle up a fly and send it to me anyway.
You wouldn't know the difference.
No, I wouldn't have a clue. Yeah. So, all right. I think we're good on the case we were working on, and we were talking about that one. Are you ready to talk about a different one?
Yes, I am.
All right. What do you want? Which one do you want? What case do you want to talk?
Enfield Poltergeist.
Oh, Enfield. The Enfield case was another one of those ones where they were thinking that maybe there was some sort of fakery. So this one also got turned into one of the Conjuring movies.
Conjuring 2, actually.
This one was across the pond, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And in this particular one, there was a ghost that would like to move furniture around and bang on the walls and pretty much...
And children.
Make objects and children float. Yeah. Anyways, the case was something that took place in a council house in Brimsdown, England. And the police were called in on multiple occasions and actually witnessed some things moving and doing things on their own by themselves as well. as time went on, things got really bad.
Yeah, so this was in 1977 as Budget Bushcraft pushed out or pointed out that Starsky and Hutch were hanging on the wall.
Ah, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yeah. So there was a lot of activity, and it was ramping up. And at some point, the Warrens were called in. Some investigation, research, and documentation kind of looks like it may have been a hoax. Others say it wasn't. So I'm not sure of what the Warrens' actual case files say, but that is one of the cases they did investigate.
Well, last night and today, I was trying to find links to the Warren case files, and it keeps taking you back to their website, which is down, by the way. Because
so many people visiting it.
Well, Lorraine passing away Thursday, it probably overstressed their
bandwidth.
Yeah, their bandwidth and their website. So I would like to get the original, copies of the original case files. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
To read some of those, like you have the original transcript from the Lizzie Borden case and that kind of stuff.
That's these though are private home cases. I don't know that even after their death that their families will release that information.
That's a true story. That's true right there. I don't know if they would release that.
Yeah, so. I don't know that they would. All right, so let's see what else here. Timmy's got a headache, and the landscapers have shown up, and the dogs are barking. Poor Timmy. All right. Chasing Bones Inspectors is here. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. All right, we are 56 minutes in.
Already? We didn't even talk about very many cases.
I know.
All right. We better hurry it up then. What else we got?
We're not going to hurry up.
We're not going to hurry
up. If we go a little bit over, so be it. Okay. The Haunting in Connecticut.
Oh, this is the one you seem to like a lot.
Sneddecker, yep.
Yeah. The Sneddecker. Yeah. This one was one, they had a son who was sick, and they moved closer to where he was being treated. And so the house that they actually rented while they were there turned out to be an old funeral home. And they had a remnants of the mortuary that were still there in the basement, and a graveyard outside.
Why is our house so haunted?
Why are we having problems? But in any case, water would turn red, lights would flicker, dishes would move, and they even had the appearance of some of the dead that would come by every now and again. And they actually had some video of a child being spun around by invisible forces, and they would find toe tags a lot. Like they would just find toe tags.
Pop up.
Yeah. According to the Warrens...
See why I like this case? Because that would be, a toe tag.
Yeah. According to the Warrens, the spirits were there, and they were a little bit upset because of what happened to their bodies. Because apparently the morticians that had that building had some sexual contact with the dead bodies.
Okay, now I didn't know that part. That's kind of gross.
So that's kind of why they were apparently haunting the place. They were kind of a little ticked about that.
So this case is disputed as a hoax.
Yeah.
But you said it's an old funeral home.
It was, yes.
I don't know.
So one never knows. Yeah. I mean, there's just not much else you can say about that. So, what do we got going on here?
Dead silence.
Yeah, well, Spirit Squad's giving us a location to visit sometime in the future. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. Thinking that Pauline is here. Somebody said hi to Pauline. So I must have... Yep, there she is. Pauline is
Pauline
here.
Newman. Hello. Yep. Hi, Sean and Marianne.
Yep.
There you go.
I was like, somebody said hi to her. I didn't see her come in. All right. So that was one of their other cases. The Connecticut case is known as the Connecticut case, but
Something scurrying outside our window.
it happens. We
Does
kind of live in the
picture
park.
go with that? That picture go.
Why
That's
don't you?
that, right?
Why don't you? I think that is.
That one's Smurl.
I think.
Okay. I think we got time for one more, probably.
Is that this or that?
See, I think.
Scroll up. Up. Up.
I am.
All right. So this,
Yeah, they're
we
below.
know. So it's below. Okay.
That's what I was asking.
That's what I was going.
Okay.
So that's that one.
That's all. All right.
Yeah.
Got time for one more. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. Here we go. The Smurl haunting.
All right. The Smurl case. This one here was a family that had a haunting that was adapted for a film called The Haunted back in 1991. The family claims that their television just burst into flames. Their water pipes were leaking. Markings were left on the walls. Toilets would flush by themselves. And so that was their majority of their things that were happening in that facility. Now, I'm not too familiar with this one, but this one did have apparently some demonic entities that were there, and a priest was called in by the Warrens to perform an exorcism in the house. Now, some others, again, call this one a hoax, but nonetheless, 3 different entities that were supposed to be demonic in this house.
Yeah. So again, we're dedicating this live stream to Ed and Lorraine Warren, and
different investigations that they were part of.
Over 10,000 investigations, and we just hit what, 3, 4?
Yeah.
But these are the most well-known.
Yeah.
I guess.
Now you're wearing Bigfoot.
I'm wearing Bigfoot. Yeah. What's your point?
There's a report that Lorraine actually encountered Bigfoot.
Okay.
And that Ed actually thought that Bigfoot was a ghost, and that's why we don't actually find remnants of Bigfoot very often.
You know what? This page here is acting goofy. I'm going to close this out because we're done with this. This might be what's causing our internet issues because it keeps see how it refreshed and started playing videos?
Yeah.
I'm going to close that.
Oh.
It might be that web page.
Oh,
Really? That's interesting.
yeah.
I did not.
I read
something new today.
I read an article that said in their book the Ghost Hunters, I think is what the name of the book is, that there's a 6 or 8 page section on when Lorraine actually encountered Bigfoot and telepathically. Telepathically, thank you. See, we're having such trouble with the big words today. But spoke to Bigfoot, and he was there, got his foot hurt or something like that while he was in the woods, and he was hurt and afraid, and they were actually called in. The Warrens were called in to investigate the area because there was something that was hurting their children or trying to take their children. And it turned out that the Bigfoot telepathically told Lorraine that he just wanted to have a friend and knew that kids would be willing to listen to him and befriend him, and adults wouldn't. So, anyhow, that's supposedly in one of their books. I haven't read that book, so I'm not sure. But that's what I read today.
Budget Rovecrest says he met Bigfoot in Northwest Ohio. Some of you know him as Yankee.
Does he have Bigfoot? I thought he was Littlefoot.
Yeah, there you go, Littlefoot. So we're gonna drop our links here again for the email list. If you guys are all parapeeps, I know you guys all follow our channel and smash that like button, all that other kind of stuff. So, if you would like to sign up for the Parapeeps Insider, it's going to come out on the weekends, probably on Sundays. The first issue is already out. If you're not on the list, you missed it. Sorry, too bad. So sad.
Evil.
I posted it on social media. Another link Marianne's going to drop is to our Facebook group, which is growing. And since you are a Parapeep, you could drop the links to your videos on our daily threads there and get it out to some people. I know Colorado has done it, PSPR has done it, Happy Trails has done it. Timey, I believe, has dropped some in there. But
Timmy said she got it.
Out. Now, I have something new to share with you guys. Let's see if we have people listening. Especially listening. Creators. Those listening. Who have channels and who are creators. Let's see. If you're a creator on YouTube, put a number 1 in chat right now. She's listening intently.
I'm listening as intently as they are, and now you're going to give them homework? Put a 1 in.
Who said creators that are here?
Tommy says she's scared. You should be. It's like worse than the scary stuff when Sean has secrets to share, you know?
And why are they being blocked when they put a number 1?
I don't know.
Oh, dum. There we go. Show. All right, we got a lot of creators here. Chasing Bones Inspectors. There we go. Just keep hitting.
They didn't used to.
Yeah, I don't know why it's blocking number 1. Whatever. Okay, so as you guys know, and we've been saying this for a long time, we have a Patreon page. It's linked off of our header and all that other stuff. And we said we're going to be posting our research on our Patreon page. You can follow our Patreon page. We actually have videos that are out there just for Patreons that nobody's watching, but we're going to keep putting them out there. Okay? We created a new level. If you take a moment and look through our channel, you're going to see over the past 2-3 months that we've had a dramatic change on our channel. Our views are starting to take off. And that's not done by accident, okay? I've done a lot of work on our channel, and I've figured some stuff out, and I put together a utility, because I was thinking, what's something that we could give back to creators on our Patreon, okay? There's a utility that I use that helps me keep track of everything. Marianne doesn't use it. I use it, okay? And you know how scatterbrained I am. So I put together this utility. It tracks where I post videos out, like almost 100 different places, Reddit, Facebook, everywhere. And it tracks who watches our videos, what videos I watch. It tracks, it helps me with search engine optimization, tags, all that stuff. It's called YT Promo. I wanted to have a way on our Patreon page to give back to creators like you guys for helping support our channel. So what I've decided is there's a different tier in our Patreon, and I've started another channel that has like 1 video on it that I'm going to show you right now, okay? But I'm going to start putting tips on how we've grown our sub count, how I've done our videos, how we've done things on that channel. If you want to drop that link, it's called Grow Your Views or Need More Views or something. Grow Your Views. It's on that thing. I don't want to put it on this channel because our channel is optimized for paranormal history. Okay? I don't want to add these other views. That's why I started the vlog channel. So if we do things like contests and shoutouts and stuff like that, we'll put them on the vlog channel. Gain more views. That's what it is. See, I'm scatterbrained. I need something. So there's certain tips, like I use Twitter to gain subscribers because I find people who are in our niche, you know, which you can do with Twitter, and I'm going to put out videos like that. We also have a video on virtual ghost hunt that I'm going to redo on there that talks about how to use Canva to do your channel art and different other little tips, growing your community and SEO, definitely search engine optimization. We are ranking #1 for about 10 of our videos just in Google search, which a lot of people don't think about. That's the third search engine out there, you know, that, you know, you could rank in and get views that way, and we're getting a lot. We get them through YouTube search, suggested views, Google search, Bing search. So if you optimize your descriptions and things like that. So all that kind of stuff I'm going to put on that other channel Marianne just dropped. But the YouTube promo, the YT promo software is done. There's a couple of videos I need to make a put in the help section, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to play you a quick video. I think it's like 3 minutes, and kind of just show you what I'm talking about because I'm just babbling on here. So watch this, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, there you go. So that was like the premiere of that commercial. I have talked to some other people. There are a couple other people that ran it as beta. I use it daily because all that stuff that you saw on that screen, I used to keep track of in a folder with notepad pages, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And you know, as a creator, there's more behind making videos. If you want to get people to view your videos, you got to put them out there all over the place, and you know, hopefully something takes off and all that other stuff, and optimize them and all that kind of stuff. So being a tech guy And somebody who, what do I do mostly at work? I analyze data. It's taken me 1.5 years to figure out YouTube. And I don't want to do it on our Panic D videos channel. That's why I created the other one. But that's my way of giving back to you guys, is to show you what I've learned, how I'm doing it, how our channel is growing, how we're getting the views, and hopefully it helps you guys out too. So I kept adding to it all kinds of different things. Each one of those, like even that find and replace, I know too, buddy, you got to have the $20 version to do that. So a lot of stuff in there. That's the first time I've actually told anybody about it. So, well, publicly, a couple people have known about it. So there you go.
Chasing Bones Inspector says that it's very cool, but they'll have to have their kids figured out because they shiver when they touch a keyboard.
Shiver when you touch a keyboard.
The kids, I think, shiver when their parents touch the keyboard. That's hilarious.
Well, the thing that's nice about it is it's web-based. So we have this missile launcher computer here. We got laptops out there. We got iPads. We got, all kinds of computers all over the place. But it goes right through our webpage. So no matter where I'm at, as long as I'm on the internet, I can access it. And like I could sit on the couch and just promote videos to all those Facebook groups and post it out on Reddit, and it tracks it. It says, look, see, that was my problem. Is like, where did I post it? Where do I need to post it yet? Where that kind of thing. And you don't want to double post because then they get in trouble. So it keeps track of. You can create a free account, try it out. If it's something that's helpful, you could there's a level, $13 level on our Patreon page, and you get full access. And I use it constantly. So if I come up with an idea, you'll get a free update. And if, bugs, whatever, if it happens to me, I fix them. So I thought this would be something cool to give back to our followers to help you grow your channel. So there you have it.
Okay. Alrighty. What else you got?
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. We are 17 minutes over. Do you have anything else?
No, I just we didn't really touch on very much of the Warrens' caseload or anything like that. Not that a lot of people even have a lot of information about their caseloads, because again, a lot of them were private cases and things like that. But just wanted to again mention the loss to the paranormal community. For those of you who hadn't heard, or those of you who were also saddened, just wanted to take a moment and say thank you to both Lorraine and Ed. Ed died back in, I think, 2006 or when we got married, and then now Lorraine.
August of 2006, I believe.
Okay, so just after we got married. And then now
well, if we do make it up to Connecticut this summer, maybe we'll just have to go find the cemetery.
There you go.
So, Tommy, what if you only post to 5 places? Well, this helps you to post it to over 100 places. Get the word out there. Are you shooting for a couple thousand subscribers, or 10,000 subscribers, or 100,000 subscribers? Get the word out.
Oh my. And it's finally quiet there, Tommy says. Her dogs have stopped barking, and who was it, the construction crew or the yard crew or somebody that was there must have gotten quiet as well. So, all right,
I think we're going to wrap it up.
Okay.
Yes?
Yep, I guess so. Time to make dinner.
Time to make dinner. Ooh, food. Gotta get our vegetables in.
Okay.
Alrighty, folks, thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate it so much. We will be back live again next Saturday from here. Yes?
Yep, from here.
Yep. Next week coming up on the channel, we're probably going to have a video every day. All kinds of stuff coming out. We're going to finish up Hotel Conneaut, and we have another location video that Mary Ann stopped at that's coming out, and all kinds of stuff going on. But, yeah. Okay, ready? Until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting. Let us know if you like this video by hitting that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified the next time there's a video from Panic D Videos.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting.